So what can one of the most secure VPNs really do to effectively protect you? Well, this is the question we'll answer in today's VPN comparison. Hey, I'm Mike from Cybernews.com, and today I'm going to dive into the security features of the top VPNs. So let's do a NordVPN versus ExpressVPN versus a Surfshark versus a PIA comparison. Ooh, it's a lot to handle. Now, the cornerstone of VPN security is encryption. With encryption, nobody will be able to decipher the information you send, even if they get their hands on it. So as of now, VPN safety often relies on the same encryption tech. You know, that AES 256-bit encryption stuff, which, hey, is a great option. I mean, it is the golden standard of security after all. However, when using the Lightway protocol, ExpressVPN uses its ChaCha20 cipher, as does Surfshark, and PIA does it with WireGuard, and NordVPN does it with NordLynx. The main difference here is that ChaCha20 works better with low-performance mobile devices, and it's essentially more secure and future-proof. Now, the thing about these protocols is that they're closely connected to encryption, with each protocol often supporting a specific cipher. With both NordVPN and PIA VPN security, there's ChaCha20 encryption, and with NordLynx and WireGuard respectively. And this is the primary cipher for the newest ExpressVPN and Surfshark protocol as well. And of course, all of these allow you to use the older generation OpenVPN protocol, which supports the same AES 256 encryption, but it generally provides slower connection speeds. Another old feature that is now a staple of every VPN is the kill switch. It allows you to preserve your anonymity even when your VPN connection breaks. It does it by killing your internet connection as well. Good security VPNs don't have a lot of differences here either. Their implementation is more or less the same aside from some minor nuances. ExpressVPN's kill switch can also be configured to block LAN traffic. Surfshark security is a bit wonky with its kill switch. It doesn't notify users why the connection suddenly broke, which is quite a demerit for new users. NordVPN is probably one of my favorite implementations of a kill switch, especially considering it's system-wide, and I don't see a lot of providers implementing this on their iOS apps as much as I'd like. And PIA's kill switch is just normal. It works fine. I've checked, but there's not much more to say about it. Now, I've just started my review, but just so you know, we do have special offers for the most secure VPNs right down in the description. Alright, let's continue. Split tunneling, it's really a quality of life feature. See, basically, you can choose which domain needs a VPN connection and encryption, and which are fine without it. ExpressVPN has this feature on all platforms, unlike NordVPN or Surfshark, and PIA's option, well, doesn't work with all apps. So seeing as this isn't a must-have security feature, it really just comes down to convenience. This isn't really a deal breaker for me, but you can use the split tunneling for the domains for your online payment pages or for extra security. And some VPNs offer ad blocking services, which not only get rid of those pesky advertisements, but they also provide additional security by blocking links that might have some sort of malware or spyware behind it. So over on NordVPN, this feature is called CyberSec, and it blocks ads together with websites associated with scams, malware, and tracking. PIA's version of this feature is called PIA Mace, and it works pretty much the same way. Surfshark has Clean Web, and yep, it also blocks ads and links with malicious content, and those three are all very close in terms of performance. Now, from my perspective, ExpressVPN can't really compare in this regard. It's lacking some functionality altogether. And that's a shame, seeing as I really like that VPNs are starting to implement indirect malware protections and advanced security practices. But what it does claim to have is stealth servers. Obfuscation is important if you need to deal with restrictions, whether they be local or global. It also adds up to anonymity if you're feeling a little paranoid. ExpressVPN's claim, however, is debatable at best. None of their servers are actually marked as the stealth ones. But on the other hand, Surfshark does have an easily identifiable camouflage mode. It's quite easy to turn on NordVPN's obfuscated servers as well, and I really like that you don't have to search all over the settings to find out how to turn on the obfuscation. PIA also offers some amount of obfuscation. Now, another nice security feature is dark web monitoring. This one will search for any data associated with your email address and notify you if it was found on the dark web. Now currently, NordVPN and Surfshark VPN security go hand in hand with such a feature, and Surfshark even has a separate app just for that. PIA and ExpressVPN unfortunately lack an alternative, placing Surfshark and Nord a little higher in terms of advanced security features. Well, at least in my opinion. Dark web scanning isn't the only department where Nord excels. The Onion over VPN feature, a unique opportunity to employ onion routing and make your connection even safer, and yeah, even slower. But I don't always mind sacrificing some speed for supreme protection, you know what I mean? Now, multi-hop is an alternative. It's actually a way to connect 2 VPN servers in a row, which also secures your connection. NordVPN and Surfshark have it. So taking a look at each security feature these VPNs provide, well, certainly helps us understand why NordVPN is held in such high regard. Surfshark is sharing almost every security feature with NordVPN as well, while PIA and ExpressVPN are slightly less reliable in that regard. Although ExpressVPN security clearly has all the necessary basics, it lacks additional security measures. PIA does have some extra features, but not as many. Now, it might seem that VPN privacy and security boils down to features, but don't let hyped claims trick you here. There are other factors playing an important role in protecting you. Infrastructure of the actual VPN servers is one of them. See, until recently, all VPNs used hard drive servers, which are capable of recording large amounts of data for prolonged periods of time. Now, this posed a security concern. After all, if data is stored, well, someone might have the opportunity to take it. That's why ExpressVPN switched to RAM-only servers that wipe themselves after every restart, leaving no user data to be accessed by any third party. NordVPN and Surfshark followed shortly after that, PIA being the last VPN of the 4 to join the initiative. Personally, I find the existence of RAM servers as a great sign that VPN providers are not afraid to spend a little money on physically raising the bar for their user base. Though it doesn't really matter if they spend money or not if their good intentions don't even get past the privacy policy. See, most popular VPNs promise to keep no logs or have no minimal logging at most. NordVPN, for one, is very transparent with what data they do have on you and what they intend to do with it, which is nothing much. Keeping only your email address, which they use for notifications, and no private data of yours is used by them at all. NordVPN also cares about their own security by not only participating in a lot of independent testing, but also establishing a bug bounty program. Surfshark's dedication is similar. They also do independent testing to prove the legitimacy of their service, and I'm personally a pretty big fan of how clear and transparent their privacy policy is. While there's nothing inherently wrong with ExpressVPN and PIA's privacy policy, the VPNs themselves haven't added many extras over the years, and not really backing up their privacy claims. Well, even if the privacy policy is lacking, usually you can see if the company is trustworthy by looking at the VPN's reputation. And if NordVPN's worst mistake was a quickly fixed hack from a single server from a couple years ago, well then PIA and ExpressVPN are now in the midst of their own controversies. See, both of those VPNs belong to Cape, a company previously involved in spreading malware and adware. ExpressVPN is their latest acquisition, with PIA and CyberGhost having been under their wing for a little while now. And despite Cape swearing off their shady past, and, well, nothing bad happening with their VPNs, a lot of people find it difficult to trust a company like that. It doesn't help that Cape, and by proxy PIA, falls under the jurisdiction of the US either. Yeah, the US, one of the Five Eyes intelligence sharing alliance countries. Well, at least ExpressVPN stays on the British Virgin Islands, where they still have privacy-friendly laws. In comparison, Surfshark and NordVPN jurisdiction used to be equally good, but Surfshark has actually moved to the Netherlands, and this is a 14 Eyes country. Though it's not a big deal since the Netherlands still has pretty friendly privacy laws. And NordVPN remains with the Panama jurisdiction, completely unaffected by any intelligence sharing alliances. So to summarize, PIA and ExpressVPN are mostly hampered by the bad reputation of their parent company. Their privacy measures are not exceptional, but quite reliable. At the same time, NordVPN and Surfshark are better in this regard, not only going the extra mile to ensure no data is kept, but also keeping an almost spotless reputation in the process. And to be honest, we want to keep our reputation just as clean, so if you want to help us provide high quality content, then please leave a like and subscribe. It helps a whole lot more than you know. Alright, let's conclude this thing. Out of all of the choices, NordVPN is the safest one. It has plenty of security features and is reliable in terms of privacy and infrastructure. Surfshark is almost on the same level, slightly missing on some features, but overall just as private. PIA and ExpressVPN are both decent options. They clearly have the features and infrastructure necessary to keep you safe, as long as you're willing to overlook the shady past of their parent company. Look, having a VPN is important for your cybersecurity, and if you want to get one of the top VPNs and save yourself some money at the same time, well, I've got some special offers down in the description below. Alright, but I want to know what you think makes a VPN safe. And are you actually willing to ignore the old mistakes of companies like Cape? Let us know your thoughts down in the description, okay? Alright, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Till then.